A dark figure with glowing red eyes, massive wings, and an aura of dread. A creature that terrified an entire town, and, some say, predicted a horrific disaster. Is the Mothman a supernatural entity? A cryptid? Or just a bird mistaken for a monster? Today we uncover the full story behind one of America's most enduring legends, the Mothman. But right before we jump into that, if you guys are enjoying the spooky content I make on this channel, don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. It really helps me out to grow as a channel, and it makes sure that you never miss a video. Now back to the Mothman and the rest of the video. November 15th, 1966, Point Pleasant, West Virginia. 4 young adults, Roger and Linda Scarberry and Steve and Mary Mallett, were driving near the abandoned TNT plant, a remnant of World War II. What they saw that night would change their lives forever. A towering figure, nearly 7 feet tall, with glowing red eyes and massive wings. It chased them at speeds over 100 miles per hour. Terrified, they raced to the police station, describing a man-sized bird with hypnotic eyes. But they weren't the only ones. Over the next few days, dozens more sightings followed. 2 volunteer firefighters reported a large bird with red eyes. A local contractor claimed his dog went missing after seeing strange glowing eyes in a nearby field, and an eerie buzzing noise interfered with radio signals and televisions throughout the area. Something was out there. Then, just over a year later, tragedy struck. December 15th, 1967, the Silver Bridge connecting Point Pleasant to Canoga, Ohio, suddenly collapsed during rush hour. 46 people lost their lives as cars plunged into the icy waters below. In the aftermath, some claimed the Mothman had been a warning, a harbinger of disaster. Author John Keel, who had been investigating the sightings, reported that several witnesses experienced premonitions, dreams of a catastrophe involving the bridge before it happened. Was the Mothman a supernatural omen? A messenger of doom? Or was it just a tragic coincidence? Over the years, many theories have emerged. Was the Mothman a cryptid, an alien, or something else entirely? Many cryptozoologists believe the Mothman is a previously undiscovered creature, perhaps related to the Thunderbird of Native American legends or the Owlman of England. Descriptions of its wingspan, height, and glowing eyes suggest a species yet to be classified. Others claim the Mothman is extraterrestrial. Witnesses reported seeing strange lights in the sky before the sightings. Some even spoke of encounters with ominous men in black, warning them to stop investigating. Was the Mothman an alien being, or was the government trying to cover something up? Skeptics argue that the Mothman is simply a misidentified bird, possibly a sandhill crane, which stands nearly as tall as a human and has red markings around its eyes. Others suggest an owl reflecting headlights, creating the illusion of glowing red eyes. Whether real or legend, the Mothman has left a lasting impact. Today, Point Pleasant celebrates its eerie past with an annual Mothman festival, drawing thousands of visitors. The legend has inspired books, movies, and even video games. The 2002 film The Mothman Prophecies, starring Richard Gere, brought the story to a global audience. But for the people of Point Pleasant, the mystery remains. Beyond the Mothman Festival and the famous statue in Point Pleasant, did you know that the name Mothman was inspired by the Batman TV series airing at the time? Despite no direct connection to moths, the media latched onto the name, and it stuck. The legend has also made its way into video games. Mothman appears as an entity in Fallout 76, Castlevania, and even Persona 5 as a supernatural being. In recent years, reports of a winged humanoid have surfaced in Chicago, Illinois. From construction workers spotting a bat-like creature near O'Hare Airport to residents claiming to see red eyes peering from rooftops, the Chicago Phantom has become a modern mystery, as well as in Moscow before the 1999 Russian apartment bombings. Could Mothman be a worldwide phenomenon? And does it always appear before disaster? Is it the same Mothman from Point Pleasant or something entirely new? April 26, 1986. Pripyat, Ukraine. The night before one of the worst nuclear disasters in human history, several workers at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant reportedly saw a terrifying figure circling the plant. Described as a massive dark-winged creature with piercing red eyes, the entity was spotted multiple times in the days leading up to the catastrophe. Then, when Reactor 4 exploded, sightings ceased altogether. Was this an omen of the disaster, or something more? Though no official records mention the creature, reports from Chernobyl survivors persist. Was the so-called Black Bird of Chernobyl simply paranoia, or was Mothman warning them of impending doom? Another ominous sighting comes from Germany in 1978. In the small town of Freiburg, coal miners preparing for their shift were startled by a nightmarish figure standing at the entrance to the mine. It had massive wings, glowing red eyes, and let out an otherworldly screech, so horrifying that many miners refused to enter. Hours later, the mine collapsed, killing those who had ignored the warning. The survivors? They claimed the creature saved them. Could this be a case of Mothman appearing not as a harbinger of doom, but as a protector? In the days leading up to the devastating earthquake and tsunami that struck Japan on March 11, 2011, locals in the Fukushima region reported seeing a bizarre, winged humanoid flying near the nuclear plant. Though no clear photos exist, some believe Mothman, or a similar entity, was once again present before a catastrophe, just as it had been in Chernobyl decades earlier. Some paranormal researchers believe the Mothman is not a flesh and blood creature, but an entity from another reality, one that occasionally slips into our world before great disasters. Is it drawn to tragedy, or does it somehow cause these events? Many who have seen the Mothman report feelings of dread, hallucinations, and even strange electrical disturbances, symptoms often associated with high-energy anomalies. Could this suggest a rift in space-time? Could the Mothman be something beyond our understanding? If the Mothman is truly connected to disaster, does that mean we should be afraid when sightings increase? Or could it be warning us, trying to help in ways we don't yet understand? Perhaps one day, we'll have definitive proof of the Mothman's origins. But until then, one question remains. If you saw the red eyes glowing in the dark, would you run or try to listen? What do you believe? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to like and subscribe for more mysteries, cryptids, and the unexplained. Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and keep your eyes on the sky.